Happy New Year. I have not been up here much because of an injury, weather, a whole bunch of stuff going on, but I'm really excited to be up here this weekend. Hopefully I finished the new intro with the new logo my friend Anita made for me. First things first, I need a place to park my car. I can park on the street, but at night it's a little bit dangerous. There's a curve kind of coming at it, so I usually try, but this is snowplow pack and it's been here for a week, so I'm not super optimistic, but we're gonna give it a shot. How's it going? 10 minutes ago, yeah. I think it's pretty much good now, but I appreciate it. Many of you might have noticed my new suit. So one of my favorite YouTubers, Trent Nally, and I guess the kudos goes more to Trent, he always wears this. And he started talking about it in one of his recent videos, and it occurred to me, for very different reasons, I'm constantly around fire, and all of my clothes are flammable. All my puffy coats, every night I go home, I have to like tape up the holes, and I still can't get them all. I look like a damn goose walking down the street. So this material is obviously not fireproof, but much more fire resistant. So thank you, Trent. It's a really good idea. Different reasons, but I am dying of heat. So I don't know if you could see him, but a truck with a plow came by, asked if he could help, and yeah, it was just a little late, but really nice guy. All right, I'm gonna get the car moved in. Definitely gonna have to do the snowshoes, I think. I mean, I don't have to, but it'd just be treacherous if I don't. So I'm gonna get the car in, and I'll go get the sled, get loaded up, and we'll get started. All right, David came back and gave me his number, which is awesome, because then if it's a bad storm, I can just have him zip over here. And there's another storm coming this Sunday, so I don't have my snowshoes on right now. It's not that deep. I honestly don't think the snowshoes would even help that much, because I'm only going a couple of inches down. So I gotta get the sled, because I have cheated and I brought a lot of wood, because I knew shoveling was going to take a decent amount out of me, getting everything down, and I don't have a tree pre-cut up, certainly have nothing chopped. So I hope to actually cut some wood, but I didn't want to feel like I would freeze if I didn't. Well, that's not an effective solar panel. Oh, that's heavy. See if the portable battery charged at all. It's been really cold. Can't charge. Come on. It can't charge in the freezing temperatures because of the battery chemistry. So it might not have, but yeah, it didn't. Nope, 18%. So, I mean, that plus the solar panels were covered. So, you know. All right, I'm gonna bring the sled back out to the car, get the car loaded up, and I really don't know what we're doing today. I don't know what this video is about. I just feel bad I haven't been out here and haven't given you guys an opportunity to see it in the winter for a while. So we'll see. We're just gonna play this video by ear. First of all, if I suggest doing that again without snowshoes, can you somehow jump through the camera and smack me? Yeah, in the sunny parts it was fine because it was a couple of inches. In the shady parts it wasn't. So I am going to put my snowshoes on, and I'm pretty much packed. You can see I told you I cheated as far as wood. We'll get headed down and go from there. Oh, I made it. And I know I usually start with a beer, but that was really hard. And so I'm starting with some water. It's a better place to start. But I got most of the stuff down here. I have these like compressed hardwood bricks, and I got a couple packages of those. Those are great for overnight because they burn a really long time, so I don't have to get up as often. But everything else is down here, and it is just gorgeous. I don't know if it's gonna come through the way that it does for my eyes, but the sun is just peeking through the trees. There's these little snowflakes that are falling off the branches. It's about 35 degrees. Looks like 40, but it's just the angle. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm happy. A couple sips of water. Maybe then I'll open my beer, and then I'll get the tent all squared away. Some of the ice balls hurt. It's so pretty though. Wow. So while I admire this sunlight view, and of course sip my beer, I thought I'd start to think about the projects. It's a new year, so we've got a year full of projects ahead. I did go through those. Oh, I don't know if I have gone through them yet. Boy, I went through them a year ago, and I'm pretty sure I didn't get most of those done. Oops. I'm gonna have to delete that video. Don't hold me accountable. Anyway, the shed, which I think was on the last year's list, is on this year's list. It has to come out because I need to get the brush cutter out here, and I can't just leave it out in the open. And once I've used it and there's been gasoline, and I can't store it in my condo, there's no basement or garage or anything. So I need the shed. I
I think I've already talked about the shower that I'm going to be building just off of base camp here. It's going to have a wall so that my side of the land can't see in to your chest area. But the other side will be a bit lower so that you can see the brook. It'll still be covered at like standing level. But if someone were standing on my neighbor's land, which in 3 years no one ever has, not that I've seen, so I think that'll be fine. And I'm pretty excited about that. I'm also excited about a project that I have in the car. I mean, it's just the beginning, but someone left a brand new half-built grill, like barrel grill, next to the dumpster where I live. Like, are you kidding me right now? For free. Like, I don't even understand. There were instructions in it. Like, why would someone do that? So anyway, I snagged that. In 2022 was the plan to put the hot tub here at base camp. However, now that I have the wood burning stove, I can use the grill thing to make a wood burning stove. I'll put copper tubing in there to heat the water, and then just use the convection heat to move the water. No pumps or anything. Now I'm sort of feeling like I might pull that forward. I might do that this year. We'll see. I always have bigger plans than I can actually accomplish. I get to the summer and it's 1,000 degrees and I move like a tortoise. So we'll see. But I think I need to improve the solar system. So the solar system is not generating any real power right now. You saw partly because it's covered in snow, but also because I initially bought polycrystalline panels. I didn't know better. And the 190 watt monocrystalline produces more power than 3 100 watt polycrystalline in my area. I can't speak for what other people would experience, but I don't get a lot of direct sunlight, and the mono seems to be a lot better for that. So I'm going to have to rethink that whole system. I think I'm going to move it to the shed and put a larger battery in there, and then I'll be able to charge the little batteries off of the larger battery. I think I'm going to be able to put the panels on the shed roof. So I think that's going to kind of be wrapped into the shed project. We'll see. Let me know if you guys have other plans for me. I mean, I'll tell you, I got, I think, 12 years worth more. We haven't even started thinking about the cabins yet. That's, you know, not... I did, I guess I can tell you this. So I've been thinking about putting the cabins on someday fields for pretty much since I bought the land. And that's one of the reasons clearing someday field has been such a priority, because at some point base camp's going to be done and it's going to be time to get up there to high ground and start plotting out the cabins. But up on this hill behind me, behind base camp, I'd never really spent any time. I mean, this is 9 acres and I thought I'd seen it all, and I guess I probably have, but I just hadn't really stopped and like looked around. I think there's a fantastic place to put the cabin cluster up there. There's a really high ground where I think the shared cabin will go, and then the smaller sleeper cabins would go at, it's slightly lower. It's probably about 8 to 12 feet lower in elevation, and it's a crescent that wraps around the high ground. So you could put them all along that crescent, and the crescent overlooks the brook. So everyone would have a view out their back window of the brook in the summer. They'd open the window and hear the beautiful sound. It's, I think I've changed that plan. So at some point, if I can get up there, I'll try to give you, I don't know that it's gonna make much sense on video. It's all in my head, you know, I'm whacked. But that's the plans. Let me know if you guys have other plans for me. Leave them in the comments. I don't know how good this video will be, but if you can see, so the snow we got was very, very heavy. Obviously, you've seen the outside. It looks fine. But the inside you can see. Look at that leg. That is bending pretty good. So the good news is I talked with the folks at Montana Canvas who made the tent, who are fantastic, by the way. And they gave me a lot of confidence that some of that's normal. It'll spring back. The two things I want to avoid are allowing it to remain that way long term, and of course, crimping. But we're not even close to crimping. And although I could either punch it off or use the roof rake, I do have one. I'm actually not going to today because that snow is very nice insulation. And obviously this thing has not collapsed. And most of the others are actually in pretty good condition here. So, there's some bending, but I think we're in a good place so that this will keep me nice and warm tonight. A lot of it will melt overnight, and then anything left I'll get off with the roof rake because we've got another storm coming in. So some of the additions since the last time you've been in here, I've hung up a lot of... Ooh, I almost hit my head on this thing. It's hanging so low. A lot of these little carabiners here, so you can hang your gear up. There's two over there, a couple over here. I've got some Army surplus footlocker and a ammo can, and that is so I can stop having Monty eat everything, so I can hide stuff. So that works out really well. Otherwise, everything's pretty much exactly as I left it. The battery was a little slow to get started, I'll tell you that much, because it is very cold. I know you can't charge lithium in the freezing. Seems like you can use it. All right, I'm back at the car. And here is the grill. This was basically completely put together. You can see all the parts are in there, from the legs, the shelf. And you see this hole. Come on, perfect chimney hole right there. So it'll go kind of this way. This bottom part will remain open. This I'll have to weld shut, probably with this extra metal. We'll see. I have no idea how to weld, so that should be interesting. And then I'll run the copper piping up and around and out so that the cold water will come from the tub, hot water will go out. So I'm pretty excited. I don't know how well you're gonna see it, but I'm a mess. Look at me. My damper somehow came detached from the rod, so I had to reach on up there. I got filthy. But you know what? That was the plan. Oops. I'm bleeding a little. That happens. This hand is a mess. But fire's going. It's already 40, 42 in here. It's warming up nice and quick. Another one of my favorite YouTubers, Off-Grid Living with Jake and Nicole. They got this for their pizza oven. I am honestly not sure if they got it from the same people, Better Than Bellows. They said they got it on Etsy, and I went on Etsy and looked. It's so fun. I mean, this does not need it. It's already extremely hot, but why not? Yes. Holy moly, that's really hot now. Can you guys hear that? The dripping. I left the snow on for insulation. Look, it's all lumpy now. It's melting quick. So I get this question a lot. What do you eat? It's definitely, I just put it on. This is my Coleman oven, by the way. It's literally a metal box. You put it on the wood stove and it turns it into an oven. I just obviously put it on there. It's not even warm yet. And I just put, oh, I don't think you can see it, my delicious veggie pot pie in there. So that will sit for the next hour or so, and then I will have this amazing veggie pot pie. I'm not going to get any points for presentation, but it's delicious. So there it is, a video about nothing. Hope you had a good time. I've got the camp kitchen almost finished, so watch out for that video soon. Thanks for watching.